A few days ago, I woke up and I was in a fugue state. A fugue state to me is where you can train your mind before you fully wake up and you think about a problem, and all of a sudden all solutions come to you because your conscious mind is not awake and it's not blocking anything. For some reason, I was thinking of our candidates for president, which it's going to be in a very short time, in November 9th or 8th or something like that. Now, whoever you vote for, whether it be this woman or the other guy, I think it's Donald something or other. Anyway, I was looking in the Bible here and in Ezekiel, and I'm not an expert on this or anything, but let me show you what I wish I could edit, because then I could do this better. But this is Revelations 20.1, and I'll just paraphrase this very quickly. In Revelations, it talks about Satan's doom. When 1,000 years are over, Satan will be released from his prison and will go out and deceive the nations. Sounds like a politician. In four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them for battle. In the number they are like the sand of the seashore. They marched across the breadth of the earth and surrounded the camp of God's people. I assume that to be Israel, the city he loves. But fire came down from heaven and devoured them. And the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of burning fire, where the beast and the false prophet have been thrown. They will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Okay? This is what's interesting to me. Gog and Magog will gather them for battle. I've always wondered what Gog and Magog was. There is a whole bunch of different predictions that either Gog is a place, or Magog is a place, or Gog or Magog is a man, okay? And that he will use his force to destroy Israel and start world wars and everything else. Okay, so I'm thinking, who is Magog? I'll get right to the point. Where did I put that piece of paper at? We have been seeing a slogan. What if Magog is not or Gog or Magog is not a man or a person, place, or thing, or a personal pronoun or a adjective, but is an acronym? An acronym would be like THZ, okay? And we would say thus, or ETE, we'd say eat. Okay? Not a name, but an acronym for something else. Now I want to show you this. This is the slogan for one of the candidates in our elections. Okay? And this came to me while I was waking up, and I thought about it for a minute. This slogan is seen all over the world. Okay? If you will look at the rise of this person and think about it as a movie, I mean, it fit perfectly with the Antichrist or Damien or the Omen or any of these things. Let me explain that in America, to become one of the 100 U.S. sitting senators, it cost $100 million in advertising and money to become a senator, okay? In correlation to that, to become a U.S. president, it takes $1 billion in money to become a president. These are just the entry level, okay? Now I want to show you what I found here, and then I'll let you decide. This is a slogan for one of the candidates. Make America Great Again. I want to show you what I saw in my state. Damn it. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to show you an acronym. Make America Great Again. The acronym for this slogan, which we see every day, and that we see on TV, and that we see all around the world, is M-A-G-A-G. Or, to put it in simpler terms, Magog. Now, in ancient Hebrew, the O and the A can be transposed. Okay? Now, isn't that a bit of a strange coincidence? That Magog will rise and take over the world, save the world, and then maybe he saves it a little too much. Maybe he destroys it. The slogan, the acronym for this candidate's slogan is Magog. Now, in the Bible it says that, or it also says in the Islamic biblical texts, they also use the word Magog. Now, I'm not expert on either one or whatever you believe in. It's all good. It has nothing to do with that. I just want to see if our election, this presidential election, has anything to do with biblical prophecy. And this is a very, very strange coincidence. In Ezekiel's time, when he wrote the Gospels or the Bible or whenever, all right, it says that Gog or Magog will be to the far north of Israel. Well, I beg to differ on that, because for the first thing, in Ezekiel's time, there was no north, south, east, and west. There was none, because these are cardinal points of directions which were not put into effect until the late 5th century by the Germans. The Germans are the ones that coined north, south, east, and west. There was no magnetic compass. There was none of this stuff. In Ezekiel's time, what they had was they based everything off the sun, just like in my crop circle things, they base everything off of their directions on the sun. I believe our visitors do this, because the sun is constant. In Ezekiel's time, the sun rose in the east and set in the west. You had a number of directions. You had forward, you had backwards, you had to the right, and you had to the left. In another, there was no north, east, south, and west. In another direction, they had the same points, but they also had a center direction. So when the Bible says that the great Gog or Magog was to the far north of Israel, there was no far north at that time. So Make America Great Again, its acronym is Magog. Gog. And I'm just interested to see if this has anything to do with Nostradamus predicts the end of the world. It all could be wrong. It all could be nonsense. But this election and this video are very, very interesting. Whoever you vote for, it's all good. Whatever religion you are, it's all good. My channel has to do with two strokes and not politics and not religion. Has Magog risen? And will he come to power? That is the question. Please comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, give me your opinion. I'd like to hear it. Thank you, and rock on, dio.moped.